Hi there, welcome back to Not Another Budget. I'm Nicole, and on this channel I'm attempting to cash budget my way out of debt, fix several years of financial misbehaviour, and right now I'm also trying to work out how exactly I'm navigating a job loss and what my next steps are. So if that's something you are interested in and you haven't done so already, please do like and subscribe. Comment if you feel the need to. I am setting myself the challenge of getting to 1,000 subscribers by the 25th of March, which is my birthday. So if you could help me get there, I would really, really love that. Now, I am behind on videos. I was due to put out I'm just going to cough 1 second. I was due to put out a week two, that's the one, week two reconciliation budget, and also a kind of another video in terms of what's going on, what have I done so far with regards to the job loss. It turns out I was a little bit lower than I thought last week, and it has affected my asthma's been worse, because anyone who says there's not a link between that and mental health is wrong. So I was a lot lower than I thought. I just had a lot of admin to get out of the way, and my lungs were just going, no, you're not doing anything that involves talking. So I do still have a bit of a cough at the minute. I do want to reiterate, I am okay, I am fine, but there was I just didn't want to film and record last week. I had to just drag myself away from the metaphorical black dog, I would say. So this video is part of my Savings Challenge Sunday series. We're going to do the savings challenges. I've got a cash stuffing for you, and then if that's something if that's all you're here for, fantastic. Once that's done, you're welcome to head off, because I will then do just a very quick summary of what I've done this week with regards to the job loss. I think I'm going to call this series specifically the Job Loss Chronicles. I don't know, I feel like they need their own thing, because I am doing things that slightly probably different to what others would do, and if people find that helpful and useful, then fantastic. But after a very long, rambly 2.5 minute introduction almost, let's get on with the savings challenges. So I've got all of my change that's been accumulated from this week. I've got my savings challenges, which I will get to now. And just a reminder for anyone who hasn't been here for a while, or just is generally in need of a reminder, the 50p, the 20p and the 100-day penny challenge, as you can see here, once I reach enough of a denomination to fill a coin bag, which will either be £5 or £10, that's going to be cashed in, and it's going to go towards my month ahead pot, which at the minute is this £5 savings challenge. Now, if I know, for example, that I have enough here, so here, for example, there is enough to fill in 1, 2, 3, 5 of these squares, and same again for the 50p challenge, then I have preemptively coloured those squares in. That money is not going anywhere, and then I'll just change it all up and cash it in for notes and deposit it as and when I need to. Now, that's a little bit harder with the 100-day penny challenge, so what I'll do at the end of the month is see if I do have any denominations that help me reach the £5 amount, and then obviously we will cash that off. And the Beeston Conquer is my, I would say, buffer so that I don't F up my budget. If we're just being really, really blank, I am, or blunt, I should say, I am a spender. That's not going to change. I'm an emotional spender, and this is a really emotional time in my life. So this is just building up a fund, and this is my £1 and £2 coins. And at the minute, it's just any of my change at the end of the day has gone into here, which is why this is looking quite full, because I'm not keeping it in my purse and then spending it down further. It's going in there. Now, depending on how quickly I fill things like these, and this was a freebie that came from Simple Budgets, and it's a collaboration with the Budgeting Bear, so I don't think this one exists anymore, but if you are looking for savings challenges, they're a little bit fun and unique. I'm not sponsored by these people, but please do go head over and see them. This is Budget with Zoe, and I will put them all down in the description box below, because my mind has just gone completely blank. So let's just get to wherever we're at. Yeah, so the Beeston Conquer is my oh shoot buffer. You've gone spendy, and that is the money that's there for. That may not be what you do. but like I said, I know what I'm like, and yeah, let's not like try and do that. Now the colour for February is green. Obviously the Beeston Conquer is the exception, and I'm tracking each month with a different colour. Any of the coins that need to be put in pots, I will put into pots once I'm off camera, just because that saves a little bit of time. And we're going to go 20p's first. Now, a lot of these 20p's were kept over from last week because I didn't have enough to meet the required denominations. As you can see, I've filled up a lot of the smaller ones quite quickly. And what I may choose to do is just keep them back, depending on how many I have, and actually start to fill in from the bottom, so the larger amount of £6.20, and not fill in until we hit that. But I've got a few here, as we can see. Just make sure there's no more. Okay, no, that looks all good. So 5 20p's makes £1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we're up to £3.20. What I'm going to do is hold off until next week and see how many more I have, and see if I can start to fill in some of these larger numbers at the bottom. Otherwise, I feel like this is going to be quite inconsistent, so I'm not going to do the 20p challenge this week. I'm going to hold off, and that change is going to go back into the pot like so. I'm sorry we have got shadowed lighting this week. I need to move some things around in the room to reset up my lights, and I've just scared off Mr. Bowie because I've dropped a pen on his head, and Bowie is my cat. So we've got 50p's now. Where is my 50p challenge? Hiding. So, hello to all of my lovely new subscribers. I have seen a few of you have come on board. It is lovely to have you. If you're not a commentator and you're just a lurker, that's absolutely fine. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got £2.50, £3, £3.50, £4. So we've got 8 50p's. So this one is going to be filled up very, very quickly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so yeah, so actually I just need another £3.50 and this challenge is complete, and that will then mean that there is £25 total that is going into the pot. So I wonder actually, because I got to 15 on here, didn't I? So 5, 10, 15, 5. Okay, so I can do another 5, so let's cross this off, and we're going to go green this time round. So that's another 5 off there. Okay. I really like that challenge actually. That is the Budget with Zoe 50p savings challenge. If anyone's interested, we're just going to pause for the train. Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 5, 70, 5. Oh, I can't do 75. Brilliant. Okay, let's move the pound coins out of the way. That's annoying. Okay. But I can do 71 and I can do 4p, so let's do that. Yeah, I'd say like a lot of people when they start savings challenges, and I'm definitely one of them, try for like the 365-day 1 penny a day challenge, and that one really can be like a slow burner. Now obviously if you're putting all of your change, like your pound coins and your 20s and your 50s, and you're not splitting them down like I am, I think that you know, that could pass quite quickly. But I'd have to say, like, even the 100-day penny challenge, and this is also a budget with Zoe one, even then, this is like, whew, going a little bit slower, we'll be honest. And I think as well, I'm actually going to show my US viewers, because I know I've got a few of you, so I don't know if you're aware of this, so hang on for a second. So UK viewers, you'll know what this looks like. US viewers, you might have these. If not, and you've not seen this before, welcome to how we deposit our change. Slight segue. So we can only deposit money into a bank if it's this specific denomination. So I have to have, and you can't mix coins. So you have to have £1 in either 2p's or pennies, £5 in 10 pences or 5p's, so no mixed bags, £10 in 50p's or 20p's, and then £20 in £1 or £2 coins. So you can't mix any of the coins, and it means, for example, like this challenge here, I will get to complete this challenge, it's £25, like I've said, but I can only actually physically go and deposit into my account £20 of the £25. I will have to keep £5 of it back, then start to fill in this challenge again, get to another £5, and then deposit the rest. So it's quite frustrating. And it's just something that's been around for like ever. But that's why actually it's going to be quite difficult. It's more, but I think it's better actually to just monthly go through and see, can I get to denominations, £5 worth, to do it. And to be honest, I'm not 100% convinced that even with what I do have, and if I very quickly show you, I was unprepared for this video. So like I've got lots and lots of change in here. This is the 100-day penny challenge pot, and you know, that's sitting quite nicely. It's a bit I'd say it's about just over a third full, not quite half, and I'm not even convinced that like I can fill a coin bag in any of the denominations here yet. So that is, might as well put this in here while I'm here. I did say this was going to be a slightly different savings challenge video. Let's get you in there. So yeah, so that is just a little something. So yeah, we will get back to that one. And now we come to Beeston Conquer, which is the O Sugar pot, the O Sugar Honey Iced Tea pot, I should say. And we come to the pound coins now. Like I've said, I could have broken this down into further change and carried on spending, but I just dumped it in at the end of the day. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so that is the right colour. Brilliant. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is really shadowed. I am sorry, guys. Actually, I tell you what, let me try and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yeah, I might actually be completing this one almost today. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Needs an eye. 15. Okay, so literally like one more pound and then this challenge will be completed. So I do actually have self-care. What have I got in here? Let's just see. These are all my little freebie savings challenges that I've gotten every time I've bought from a specific provider. So have I got any? Yeah, we'll put another. So I've got a second Beeston Conquer, so we'll use that one. Just check what else I've got. I think the rest are all preset. Yeah, they are. Okay, that's fine. So we'll put another Beeston Conquer in place for the next time round. I need one more pound coin to complete that one, which I think I'll be getting at some point this week, so that's not a problem. And then this is there. So again, I will bank that, so to speak, later. And let's get to a cash stuffing. Right. So, month over. There we go. Okay, so what I do have is a couple of placeholders that I've made myself. This is for the other coins that you've seen me cross off already, so they are just sitting in there. And then these are unused at the minute savings challenges, which were assigned to this pot. I may choose to keep them there, I may not. With regards to, where have I put it? Right there in front of my face. Okay. So I do have a cash stuffing. This is all the cash that I've drawn out this week, specifically for the purpose of putting myself a month ahead. I will take you through the whys and wherefores of that when I actually do my budget reconciliation and where this has come from and etc, etc. But there is £195 here, so let's just do a quick count. And again, I am sorry about the shadows. Once I get that light reset up again, it's because I was hoovering and this is a spur of the moment. I'll film now. So I've got 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 180, 190, 195, and that is 19 squares on the £5 savings challenge. So bear with me while I count out loud and colour in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that is another train, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Brilliant. Okay. So this is all going towards March's income. I do not anticipate that I will actually fill this ahead of time. However, what I'm going to try and do is use this as a month ahead tracker. So whatever I get to by March, we'll make a note of. We'll carry those funds through into March as part of my overall monthly income. I will then clean this off and we will start again for April by working out what we're actually saving and putting ahead for April. So this is the cash stuffing for the month over. This is all going to sit in here for now, and this one is going to go in the front of the savings challenge binder. Hiya, editing Nicole here. So it turns out I can't actually do basic maths. Those of you who can will have worked out that it's actually 39 squares I need to colour in, not 19. So I'm just going to really quickly interject, colour in the remaining 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. And now that I've thoroughly embarrassed myself as part of the whole budgeting community, we're going to go and pretend this never happened. See you in the next clip. Okay. So for anyone who was just here for this, if you wanted to dip out now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be my week 2 reconciliation. I will also probably combine it with a week 3, so that will also be a slightly longer video, just to make you all aware. In we go. Don't pinch my skin. Cat is coming over, making a menace. Okay, so for those of you that are still here, it has been a week, and this is what I have done this week, along with trying to disengage myself from the proverbial black dog. So what I have done is I have done a to-do list. This is everything that I've done this week. This is part of the Job Loss Chronicles series, as I am calling it. Now, it was a very admin heavy week, and here's what this means. So I've applied for a council tax reduction in the UK. If you are a solo low income household, not only do you get the 25% solo occupant discount, if your income falls below a certain level, you may also be eligible for additional reduction on the council tax that you pay either monthly or annually. So I have gone ahead and applied for that, and I have notified my dormant universal credit claim that I am currently unemployed, just to make sure that actually if I am eligible for anything for next month, that is in place. I filled up my car fuel to full, so I now have a full tank of petrol, and I am limiting my journeys to my retail job, of which I have picked up 2 extra shifts this week so far. My manager has been exceptional. However, as with all things, you know, she can't give all of the overtime to one person, so on a week by week basis we're assessing what my needs are and what the store needs are, because equally I don't want to fall into the trap of going in loads to do a 4 or 5 hour shift, using up that petrol, because again, that is a little bit of a commute within itself, and then, you know, losing a day basically and using more petrol than I would have earned. I'd much rather go in for less days but have them be longer. I have set up a calendar for the rest of February and March so far, so I'll show you that in a second. And this is completely different to the calendar you'll have normally seen me use in my book, because at the minute things are changing and I'm really trying to put a structure in place so that I don't slide down the slippery slope, and give myself like a routine. That's really, really important that happens as well. I've done a freezer stock check, so I have also done a freezer pantry stock check. Now, the freezer pantry stock check is things like mixed veg, chicken nuggets, chips and stuff like that. And the freezer stock check is actually, out of my batch cooking, what meals do I have and how many days of meals do I have. So I think I've got about 20 days. I've not done a full count. I'll show you that when I do like a proper video for this. This is just a quick summary. And then my pantry freezer stock check is... I'm in a good position freezer food wise. I've started a normal pantry stock check. This is part of my preps cupboard as well, just to kind of highlight any areas where I am potentially short on things and how that can impact on my March food budget, and also what do I have so that I don't need to spend as much on food in March. So yeah, so there will be a video about that one specifically, because I've been promising a very, very long overdue preps cupboard tour. I know there are a few people that follow me just for the prepping content. So for those of you there, this will hopefully work for you as well. And I have booked in freelance work for March, so I am costume designing a film locally, and it is 15 days of filming, which will net me just in a wage alone, because I will also get paid for my expenses, but I don't know what those are yet. That will net me £1,150 for 15 days of filming in March, so that will all go towards April's income. Like I said, I'm picking up an average of 2 more shifts a week, and I have started a house sort out list. And what I'm trying to do is, if I can pull enough money in from different sources, and again, I still don't know, I'm not anticipating a final wage at all from my last job, and I have a rough idea of what my what my retail job is going to pay me. So I'm working with rough numbers at the minute. What I am trying to do is, if through the different things that I do, so destashing on Vinted has gone incredibly well so far, I feel like very much that's going to pay for kind of like a week on week food shop fuel things, because I can stagger dispatches, I can withdraw the money weekly, so that very well may form part of how I actually financially function in March. But things like destashing stock, destashing the house, going through and sorting out, trying to do a more long-term plan. I'm not, and I haven't rushed out and looked for jobs at all. When I tried to do that last week, it did not make my brain very, very happy, and that's all I really want to say with regards to that. So I'm not going to do that until the time is right, and if I can financially manage in the interim, then I will do. So yes, that's all I really want to say about that at this point, because I don't really know how to say what I'm trying to say. By the time I next speak to you about this, I will, but we'll get back to that point. So in terms of my calendar for February, as you can see, I'm trying to put stuff in. So I'm plotting in calls with people that are important when I'm doing office work, when I'm posting out things that I've sold on Vinted, when I've got calls for example, the film that's work related, when I want to film, etc, etc, when I'm going to be uploading onto Vinted itself, and then there's already a rough layout of when I will be filming in March. I've got a night shoot there, wonderful. But what I've also done is make note of the pay cut-off points for my retail jobs so I can actually track. Now the only virtue obviously about this whole thing is this calendar week just gone was the first week of my March pay period. So anything I've worked from kind of last week onwards all the way up to the 11th of March will be paid to me at the end of March. So it's a good way of keeping track. I'm not halfway through a pay assessment period, so to speak. So that is where I am at so far and what I've done. I'm going to do a video in more detail about this going forward, but I did say that I would give you guys an update this week, and I'm sorry that it didn't come out in the middle of the week. I did want to sit down and film one, but it was just not a good time, and anyone who has been through something like this or anything like that, you'll get it. It's not nice, and equally you don't always want to talk about it. Some of you have commented and said, how can we help you? Can you set up a coffee account? You just commenting and liking and subscribing helps, because let's be blunt, getting to 1,000 subscribers will allow me to activate monetization. I've reached the required watch hours. It is now just getting to the 1,000 subscribers and maintaining obviously 1,000 subscribers plus. So that in itself will help, because that will contribute passively to an income, and I have never been monetized on YouTube, so I don't know how that really works. I will set up a coffee account. I will link it below when I've done so. You are under no obligation, and I hold no expectation about anyone contributing or paying into that whatsoever. You've asked me to set it up, so I will. It is making my kind of chest go a little bit. Is this begging? I don't know, but you've asked me to set it up, so I will. I will link my Vinted down below. If you fancy having a browse and having a nosy, you by all means do. You are under equally, no one is under any obligation to do anything. The fact that you are watching these videos and helping me get to 1,000 subscribers and just being there with support and advice is enough, quite frankly. Those of you who've asked me to set up and do those things, I will do them. Once again, no obligation. Like this budgeting community, everyone needs to look after their own budgets, and I do not do these videos to beg for cash, basically. I will set them up. You've asked me to set them up. I will then probably not look at them for months because it's making me slightly uncomfortable, but you've asked me to do so, so I will. Anyone who is kind of watching and hasn't subscribed yet and you've watched loads of my videos, please do consider subscribing. And I'm a little bit dormant on Instagram at the minute. When my mental health slides, I tend to find that it affects my output on social media. So go figure. I'm fine. The cat's fine. I will take you through in more detail in another video this week. I'm aware that this is a condensed one, and this will probably come out either tonight. Let me just check the time. No, it won't, because it's 8:20 in the evening. This will come out tomorrow for you. I'll schedule a thing. If you do leave any comments or comment in the live chat during tomorrow's release, I will be working, so I won't be able to respond to them, so please don't take it personally. But yeah, I'm fine. Bowie's fine. He's currently sleeping on my paperwork, just cause. And I will catch up with you all in further detail in the week. I'm not going to put a set date in at the minute because I don't know when my shifts are for next week. But I will see you all then. Thank you so much for your continued support. It's amazing, and your comments are wonderful, and you are wonderful, you beautiful, lovely lot. I hope that your budgeting week goes well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.